Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. A good day to the bikerettes, good day to the gents. We're at what's one of the lowest tides. It's 0.3 at the moment. It's just gone 4 o'clock and the lowest was at 4, a couple of minutes past, and it's just gone. I'll just get a bit further out in a minute. I've just been doing a video, quite a long one, so apologies for that if you've seen that one, which was I'll pan around as slow as I can, which was at North Pier just there. I've just done a bit of history on it and what have you. But let me show you how far out we are. Look at that. So how far out we are. Central Pier, look, it's right out there, so we're going to have a wander towards Central. We're in the middle of nowhere at the moment. I wish I could have walked round North Pier then. I've not done it before. Sun's going down, just being covered by the clouds a little bit. Alright, we can hear you. If it's a bit shaky, I haven't got a gimbal on, I haven't got any mics on, whether that be mic 1 wired mic or mic 2 wireless, so you can hear the sea, hear the birds, because them mics just suppress the sound. All you can hear is my dulcet tones, and you don't want that, I know. So yeah, it was saying 0.3 metres before. Yeah, we'll wade through here a little bit. The birds won't mind. Noisy beggars. It's very rare you're going to see it this far out. Seriously, it's... I was under the pier just there. You might have missed the video, but honestly it was eerie, really. Look how far out we are now. It does look like from here you could walk right round the pier, but you can't because the channel comes through North Pier, and that's the longest one, don't forget. But yeah, we're right at the edge now. The tide will start turning any minute. It's a 9.5, 9.6 tomorrow. I'd like to come down and see that. Let me pan round again. Now we're as far as we can be, really, without getting drenched. There's South Pier in the distance. Let's just see if I can see South Pier in the distance. And then Central's coming into view. The tide's starting to come in now. I'm going to have to move a bit. Sorry about that. Central's coming into view. Let me just go off that's how it should be. And this is how far out we are. Sorry about that, I thought I was getting drenched then. Just go back to that so you can see it. And go back to normal now. Right, so it's just so far out. That's obviously why tomorrow it's going to be a really, really high tide. And if we've got a bit of wind and that tomorrow, it's gentle today. It's been a cracking afternoon. Shame that sun's gone behind the clouds there. It really is. Oh, I'm getting drenched. I think there must be an hole in my left trainer. I'll get back and jump in the shower, it's not a problem. Look at that now. Ugh, I'm in a right puddle here. Look at that though, it just looks as though you could be. Oh, if you go past Lytham and then you're on the estuary, the Ribble estuary, and then you can literally cross to Southport. Even though it takes an hour on to get there by a car. But then it's similar to if you want to go to Barrow. Let me just spin around a little bit. You can't see it now, but in the distance is Barrow. It takes about an hour and 20 to get to Barrow, even though I've shown it many a time. Barrow. Look how far out we are. You see Coral Island and that there flashing away. Oh, the Worming and that, that's where it is. You alright? Do you know it's gone out even further now? I don't know whether that low tide of 4 o'clock was right, you know, because it's gone even further out. Look at this. Look at that now from this angle now. Very rare you'd get that, seriously. Let me try and get it in a bit better for you. Right, back to normal. Sorry for making you dizzy, but it's just incredible, isn't it? Look at Central Pier now compared to where the actual low tide is now. Wow, man. I know this is going to be boring for some, but others will be like that one biker. It's just depends what, you know. I wouldn't mind, it's a 10-minute walk back to prom. Look at the tower in there. You can see the reflection of the tower. Wow, man. I think I've said many a time before, when the tide's in, at one time at Central just there, you could always get a bit of beach, but now they've extended it out, you don't really when the tide comes in. But you can just see the difference, can't you? The difference of the tides at the moment. It's very rare you get this angle with the Pleasure Beach and that as well. Well, man, just want to get to this bit here because it goes out a bit further. It's all the little channels and that, that's the problem. See how it's going out even further there? But this is a deep channel, this, that I'm coming up for. I think it's pretty deep, and I've only got trainers on. We'll check when we get here. You see it coming up. You see that buoy out there as well? coming out. I'm not sure what that buoy's for. Anybody know? Sorry about messing about with a... Not coming out. Can't see it now on screen. There-ish. I'm not quite sure what that's for, to be honest. Must be some warning or whatever is it. Is that a channel or something? Or... Oh, it's not that bad. Even though it looked bad, it's not too bad. We'll get wet. Never mind. Look where Central Pier is now from here. We'll walk out a bit further. Look where the tide is now. I'm thinking that 4 o'clock low tide was wrong, you know, and I may have been able to walk round North Pier. If so, I'll be annoyed. You can easily walk around Central and South now and again, but North, not so often. Look at this. This part of the beach hasn't been seen for how long? Well, it's been seen, don't get me wrong, but you know, how often do you get this? And there's the pier right down there, look. That's the Starlings. Sorry, a bit high. Just pan around a little bit for you. Very, very rare this far out. I know I keep saying it, but look, the piers. Let me get it on. I'll put it on true. The pier's there, look. Wow. What an amazing afternoon. I did Dixon Road today. Did another one coming back, a quick one coming back along the prom. Done one under the pier. Done this one. So we've got a couple of videos to be going on with. Yeah, this is as far as we're getting. This is definitely now at its lowest, isn't it? Incredible. I hope no one's getting too bored with these, but I just find it. It's one thing that gets in mind as well is when we have the storms that we've shown, you know, it's been on the channel and excuse me, we've shown you that it's crashing over the wall, you know, the sea wall and what have you, and then you come on a day like this and you're like, how can it, when it's that far? Put it on true again, that far. Sorry, my finger's in the way. Shame they've got them clouds there. Never mind there. There's a few at Starlings going to Central Pier back look of it. The North Pier ones, the murmuration I've shown a few times. Do you know, it's going to be a 10-minute walk back just back to the prom. I'll be ready for a brew. I've not brought any. I've got my backpack on, so I've got selfie sticks and other bits and bats in it as well. and I wasn't sure if I was going to do a bit of shopping on the way back neither, to be fair. Now, coming up for something here, the old, I'll show you these while the tide's so far out. Which could be part of the old, I'm sure Central had a, did it have a jetty? Or I can't remember with Central. I know more about North, to be fair. I remember the jetty at North. But these are something here that we're coming up for, look. But that'd be one long jetty. It'd be longer than a pier. But we're definitely coming up for something here. But it looks like they're in the channel. You see them? And I don't know about any shipwrecks here. The Foundry on the other side, north of North Pier, I've shown that to you. The Foundry, which was Lord Nelson's flagship. That was like a museum, if you will, and it was anchored off of North Pier, the Foundry. No, it's more of a, hang on, this stream's a bit, God, how many more streams we're going to have? Look, there's evidence all over, isn't there? There is, oh, here we go. There is supposed to be a lost village as well, you know. I'll tell you more about that another day. Let's see. There's Central Pier. How often are you going to see that? Well, I'll show you out here, look, they're out all the way. What is it? Is it? I thought it was wood, to be honest, but no, it's iron. So it must have been then. See the, wow. Look, they go right out as well. Right, I'm not sure what these are, and I thought I knew quite a bit without being, you know what I mean, because I've looked into things in Blackpool in the past and what have you, but obviously not. I might have read something before and someone say, hey, biker there. And I might go, yeah. Get that one in at the same time. Yeah, I might say, oh yeah, of course. But at this moment in time, would they have been? No, they couldn't have been. Right, I'm baffled with them. Baffled. Right, the tide's definitely going to be on the turn now, so I'm going to look how far out we are. My God. Wow. It looks like South Pier's so much bigger than it than Central. North being the biggest. Yeah, I'm going to start heading back before the tide does turn, and these channels, get it right, biker. Yeah, the starlings there, I don't know if you could see them. What an incredible afternoon, seriously. Yeah, even in your hometown, you know, I've been on this beach how many thousands of times, and there's nowhere like Blackpool sometimes, you know. I've said before, I've lived in Devon, gorgeous areas of Devon, and I love Devon. Sidmouth, Seaton. You know, that sort of area. Teignmouth, Dawlish. Look at that for a pick here. How's that different? Actually back to normal. Yeah, you know, Torquay. If you're down that way, get on the Western Lady, by the way, over at Brixham. Last time I was there it was £2, but I've not been since before COVID, before lockdowns and all that sort of thing. Oh my God, we're over 20 minutes, so sorry. If you've been brave enough to stick through to the end, I do apologise. Look how far I am. Yeah, the Starling's going under the pier now, look. The murmuration. The same old diving under the pier. Is that coming out? They're on the other side as well. Oh, they're coming out for you. Now, I have to negotiate getting back now as well. I'll show you from this end to see how they get cut off. You can see the banks here now. You'll see in a sec. We're coming up to here. I'm at the end of the pier now, Central Pier, and look how far out the sea is. Well, I've got to walk that way anyway, you know, northwards. I'm not crossing that there. See the bank though, can't you? You know, if we go from ground. No, I'm wimping out there, I'm not crossing there. Absolutely drenched. You can see where the channel comes through, it's coming from up there and then down. It's so easy to get cut off, you know. If the tide were coming in, I'd be panicking now. I'm going to get cold. Yes, got to walk this way anyway. Right, I'm not going to bore you anymore. From way out onto the beach. I've been alright with these videos on the beach, you know, it's not often we do them, but when we do, I like to do it right for you. Well, you know what I mean. So from next to Central Pier, most of all stay safe, you know what it is. Have a cracking day.